to Class Online School. This is our counseling section under our sex education series. On our series today, we are going to talk about romantic relationship and crushing. In our corner on sex education, we help our teenagers to understand what teenage age is all about and how they can help themselves sex-wise. Now, I'm not here alone. I am here with my friend, Pauline. It's good to have you back on this show, Pauline.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. What is romantic relationship as it concerns our teenagers? Is it a normal process? Is it abnormal? What are the stages? Today we'll find out. Romantic relationship is not abnormal, but it boils down to how you handle it as a teen and how you as a parent comes into play. Now, what is romantic relationship? Romantic relationship is a major developmental stage of a child. It's normal. Just like other series we have discussed on our sex education series. If you remember when we talk about age of consent, if you have not watched that episode on age of consent, go back and watch it. We discuss in-depthly the ages or stages a child gets to, and you discuss some part of sex education with the child, and it gets to a stage you talk in-depthly about sex education. This romantic relationship for teenagers, it's a normal developmental stage for a child. A child gets to a stage that he or she is romantically attracted to the opposite sex. So, it is not a taboo for a child to be romantically attracted to the opposite sex, but it depends on the age at which the child gets this attraction. So, as a teenager, some of them start developing an independent lifestyle from their family between the ages of 9 to 11. They want to be withdrawn from their family. Then between the ages of 11 to 14, they want to mix with their peers, with their friends. And it might be within both gender, both the male and the female folks. And when they clock 15 to 18, you see them wanting to spend time with a particular person they are really interested in. This is where most times romantic relationship starts developing. And so for parents, at each stage your child passes through, find out what the child is up to and see the stage of relationship the child have developed into. Then before it gets into romantic relationship, make sure that you have well equipped your child or the child on what the child is supposed to be aware of. I want to let my friend, my colleague, come in here to tell us more about romantic relationship as it regards our teenagers out there. Pauline, what do you think about romantic relationship as it affects our teenagers out there? I want you to come in and tell us your tips on what you think.
Well, romantic relationship, when it comes to teen, it's a relationship based on mutual romantic love. Sometimes it might stroll down to the sexual part, but in most cases, abstinence is always the best. When I mean abstinence, I mean no sex. Today we have the television, movies all around us, including books. All these, they discuss on romantic love. And because of these things, normally think, it's a wonderful thing. It's something they will go into and they live happily ever after. But in the real sense, when you go into it, that is when the real relationship starts from. Relationship have different stages, and one has to go through all these stages to have a perfect relationship. In the real sense, this is when the real relationship story begins. We have several stages when it comes to relationship that they have to go over time. But most of us want the happily ever after and believe that our relationship should be easy. But seriously, it's just a myth. If you want a satisfying, mature relationship to happen, then both of you have to work together to maintain a safety relationship. Like I said earlier, we have different stages. I was able to raise 5 good stages when it comes to relationship. One of them is attraction and romance stage. We have the struggling stage, we have the working and partnership stage, the commitment stage, and lastly, real love stage. We'll go in depth into these stages in our ebook. As for the last stage, which is real love, when it comes to romantic relationship, teenagers, I don't think you are ready for it now. So abstinence is the best. No sex when you are on romantic relationship, because real love stage, you cannot handle it now.
You're right, Pauline. At this stage, they are still tender, they don't know their likes and dislikes, and they cannot handle an effective relationship. So, this kind of relationship, this romantic relationship for this teenager, you find out that most times when they go into such intimate relationship, because they are still young and they don't know what they want, it lasts for sometimes few weeks, few months, in rare cases few years.
That's true.
It doesn't last that much long. Only on rare cases that this kind of relationship grows into adulthood. And on this relationship aspect, I want us to talk about something that most teens feel a lot: crushing. They crush over someone,
And sometimes they mistake it for love.
they mistake it for love. So I want you to come in and tell us more about crushing.
Crushing, as the word sounds, is a burning desire to be with someone that they feel
It's
is
special.
very special, exactly, or